Welcome to this week's vlog. Stick around to find out what went terribly wrong on my long run on Saturday. It's a good week, hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for being here, really appreciate it. Hey everybody, I'm going to be talking over today, Tuesday's video, because last night when I did the run it was so windy that I just thought it would be better to record it today and overlay some images of me out on the road. So it was a really good run. I was pleased to get out there. I made a slight mistake, or rather a few mistakes, a bit like amateur hour really. First of all, I thought it was an 8k run, so I did 9k. Turns out it was 10k, so I got that wrong. Secondly, I dressed for the wind and not for the temperature. So you can see in these clips I go from shirt on, long sleeved off, hat on, hat off. I was all over the shop, but it was a really enjoyable run, a really good way to start the week. So that's kind of how it looked. I'm just feeling like we're starting as we mean to go on. Once again, week 8, really purposeful, really good start. And yeah, everything is feeling good, which I'm reassured by. Now, going to Wednesday, which is tonight, I'm going to be doing a yoga session and strength and conditioning. So I'm going to do a time lapse of the yoga, as I always do. And strength and conditioning, I'm going to be looking at some focus on building knee strength, because that's where I feel right now I'm starting to feel any sort of signs of wear and tear. That specific area tends to be, certainly in my case, for me, after those long runs, after those harder efforts, I'm just feeling the slight sensation in the knees and around the knees. So I need to develop that. I'm focusing on foam rolling as well, but I figure if I can start to build in some strength work around the knees, that will support my development moving forward. Hey everybody, so there it is, the yoga session has been complete. I also managed to sync it to my watch as a yoga activity, so I look forward to that popping up on Strava. For those who are new to the channel and don't know, I did used to do yoga a few years ago. I went to lessons and things, and then I used to do it at home, but over time things drift and fall by the wayside, and that has happened with yoga. So unfortunately for me, I'm certainly feeling that I'm not as mobile and flexible as I used to be. But I do hope to get that back, and that's why I'm introducing these yoga sessions as part of my training regime. So tonight I did a yoga session, which I will link down below. It's by Yoga with Adrian, who I'm sure you might well be familiar with if you're into yoga. And the session was called Physical and Mental Stamina, and it was specifically aimed at yoga for runners. So that was really good, really beneficial. That's part 1. The second part is me doing a little workout that has recently been uploaded by Hella Good. I'll also put the details of that down below as well. Oh my gosh, it's like summer running with Friday. Okay, so here's the deal. Yesterday I was supposed to go out for a 10k. Life, family, work, everything just got in the way. I also did a live stream with Chris, link down below if you'd like to watch that. Really enjoyed the live stream, but it meant that when I finished it 9:30 at night, I just figured, look, if I'm going to try and squeeze a 10k in at 9:30 at night, I'm not going to feel the benefit at all. So it means I'm doing the 10k tonight. That also means that leading into tomorrow, on my long run, I'm going to have slightly more tired legs. I think that's a benefit. So, the week we're going to do yoga as well and strength and conditioning, it does mean that I don't get the mileage in midweek, but, you know, we're just doing it a week at a time. And it means that next week I can set things up again. So, here's the run today. Catch up with you in a moment. Cruising this evening. Fall into a real rapid pace of 5 minutes per kilometre. I'm not going to keep it up because I don't need to, but just nice to feel those legs responding again. Really cool. So the way that I'm accessing that 5 minutes per kilometre is actually not by running harder, but by running more efficiently. For me, just improving the way my legs turn over, improving my form, just allows me to run at a much more comfortable, in turn, faster pace. But here's the thing, I'm not quite mastered running with great form
at a slower pace. This is spring running at its best. A beautiful evening, the sun low in the sky, daffodils up from the ground, shorts, t-shirt. I'm also exploring again the naked band. I've worn it before in the past. I'm looking to see whether I can use it in combination with my vest on ultra day. Still a decision to be made there. Feeling really good tonight. The plan for tomorrow is hopefully 20 miles. Now I'm planning to go back to the start of my ultra route, run through to Guildford, Farnham to Guildford, up towards Newlands Corner. I think that's half marathon, and then at that point a little bit further on the course, and then return back to go home. I'm not going to go the full distance to a marathon because whilst it's the next checkpoint, I just don't think I need to at this stage, and because then on Sunday, on Sunday I'll do an extended effort. Haven't been up this hill since my first ultra training, but it's nice to get back here. Nice to remind myself of some of the routes I used to run, and just because it's normally so muddy, this kind of terrain, not been up here for a while, but look at the view over there. Just stunning. About 6k in, just going to loop in here, head home and get ready for my live stream tonight. Second one in the week, runners roundup with Ben and Chris. So if you don't manage to catch it live, again, link below or link above in fact, and you can check out that, or go to all podcast platforms and type in runners roundup and you will find it. So this is a view I've been searching for, however this way was actually surprisingly muddy and wet, so my feet are soaked, but for the view though, it's just absolutely picture perfect. Love it. Right, Saturday morning, just before 7 AM, back out North Downs Way at Farnham. I'm going to run the same route as I did last week, and hopefully just build up that kind of mental picture of the route without relying on the map. So far so good. -1 when I started the run this morning. The sun is due to be out today, up to about 14 degrees, but I thought let's get out early doors when it's quiet, try and avoid the horses, and it's just beautiful, so calm, so quiet, and the spectacle of that sun rising over at the moment quite misty ground is just phenomenal. Check this out. It's just so incredible, and I'm not worried about pace, I'm just running, and I've got navigation on my phone, my watch, just telling me if I'm on or off course. So it's quite a free run, probably why I'm out of breath and probably running too fast, but it's enjoyable, so I'm just going with it. You can tell we definitely had some nicer, warmer weather because this was so muddy last time I came down here, and now it's kind of returned to that soft sand, which is really quite nice underfoot. So I think something has gone wrong. I've got no data at all on my watch. The map function is working, the course is working, but when I go to like distance covered, it's still on 0, lap pace 0. So that's really not ideal. I guess I can kind of work out manually, but that's not helpful at all. Okay, so just trying to figure out a little bit of a hack here. Can I work out from the distance remaining on my watch, because remember I loaded the full course, how far I've gone? Yes. However, I'm pretty sure the full course was not exactly 80k. It was something different to that. So I need to find that full distance number and then look at my distance remaining and figure out how far I've gone, because it's sort of affecting how will I do 20 miles today when I don't know how far I've gone. Equally, I could just go for time. I set off just before 7. If I just went till 10 AM, 3 hours on my feet, and then again still can't figure out how far I've gone, but I don't know, bit of a pain. Back on this sandy part now. Couldn't run this last week because of the horses. No horses today. I've got a benchmark, which is, from my previous video, I got to Shalford Park in Guildford at a particular time. It was 2 hours and something. I know when I set off, so when I get to that point, I've got a rough guide. Thanks to Ben for his help through technology. I know that to Newlands Corner, which is where I'm running today, is roughly 21k. So that means I'll have about 9k left. Should be able to run home on that. Obviously the problem I've got is I can't work out the splits, which is a real shame. But yeah, we'll have to worry about that another day. A bit disappointed because I was really running well. My watch has now started, by the way, so I've got a few k on there, but it won't be the full log of events. Shame, I have to do a manual entry or something like that. Still beautiful though. And the main thing is, I am doing the distance in my legs. So, whatever, it's only for Strava, isn't it? Out by the river. So nearly to our benchmark checkpoint. What I'll do in a moment is I'll put an overlay for the calculation that I'm going to work out. So it's just after 8:30 in the morning. I'll do something as accurate as I can. I'm not entirely sure what time I got out of the car, but I think it was 7. So roughly an hour and a half, and I'll tell you what the distance remaining is and all that kind of stuff. So at the moment, distance remaining 63.91 out of the full North Downs Way file, which I'll be able to access after I finish today. But yeah, anyway, I'll put the overlays here actually. Why not, we're nearly there, and that'll give you some indication against my 2 hours 13 of how fast I got to this point. Regardless obviously of the difference in kilometres, because I've made a few mistakes, it's good to know exactly what the distance is. No errors today, straight through, side to side, all good. So we know this part, this is a sandy section. This is a bit that in the summer the plumes of sand just come up in your face if you're running in a pack. So with any luck I'll be a bit of a lone runner at this stage, so I can just take my time and enjoy what's around me. Here's one of the climbs. I came off that section a bit hot, so just slowing the pace down anyway. I think I forgot that I was coming up to this hill. I know this part really well, so we're going to go up to the top, St Martha's, drop down the sand, up over to Newlands Corner. We'll do another stat check at that point. I'll do another overlay and then I'll see where I'm at. We're approaching 9 o'clock, so it's going to be at least 2 hours on my legs, assuming I start at 7 AM. So yeah, we're going to run to about 10 o'clock, 3 hours, and see where we end up. Okay, so we're up to Newlands Corner now. This would be aid station 2, just up here. Time remaining on the watch, let's have a quick look. Sorry, distance remaining 58k. So we can assume that we are at half marathon distance, if not slightly more. It's about 9:15, so I'm going to run until 10 o'clock, 3 hours on the legs, and that'll do me for today. The other issue I have now is I've run off course to run home, so I now can't use distance remaining to figure out what's going on. So I'll do a manual entry on Strava once I've figured out what happened this morning. I'll do the overlay here, and that will show you the distance for the run roughly and the time for the run roughly. It is what it is. Shame it couldn't be more accurate, but nothing else. I'll know how long I've had time on legs for, and that will suffice for now. I'll see you in the morning, and I'll let you know what we're going to be doing then. Sunday today, pretty foggy, so I thought I'd leave it an hour before I came out just so visibility was improved slightly. Let's be honest, I was gutted about yesterday. The watch really just kind of made things difficult, but yeah, more gutted to find that actually I was only around about 28k. That's a rough estimate, but it wasn't the 20 miles I planned, so yeah, it's a real shame because my legs felt great. Even woke up this morning, legs feel good. So today will be definitely an extended effort, and it gives me some confidence that that trail, I can do it. I can do, I reckon, up to marathon distance well. And yeah, so I'll repeat the same thing again. When I get to Newlands Corner, I'll continue on the North Downs Way, the one that I did with Ben when we did our 50k ultra. So I roughly know that part as well. And let's see if next time I go out, either next weekend or the weekend after, marathon distance on the Saturday using that trail. Here we go. Morning. Nothing today. Nothing. Wow. There's a little lamb over there. Oh, that's super cool. The main reason I was a bit bummed out about the watch situation is because I feel it's my best training run of this block by far, and possibly one of my best training runs ever. So I wanted to see what those splits were like across that first 10k, running by feel and just being kind of quite focused on getting through the distance efficiently. And so to not have that data is really not ideal, but I still feel really good about the route, and I want to get to a stage where come race day my mind just treats it like a training run. No nerves, I know where I'm going, I know how it feels to get to certain distances, and I just execute. That's the main goal, is to get to race day in a position just to execute, not to think, just deliver. So I'm coming to close of the run today. I'm really happy with how it's gone. You can see here the overlay for the week. Now on Thursday I've included the words didn't run because I moved it to Friday. It wasn't a rest day, I just only had the option of the late evening run at the end of the day, and I decided not to do that. So what I am pleased about is, so if you look at Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've got Friday's run into Saturday's, into today's run, and so I think all in all I can say I'm really pleased how my legs have performed and responded to that. It's probably the biggest distance I've done over 3 consecutive days, and I think it was another really good week. Whilst the midweek mileage wasn't great, those 3 days I think do make up for it. Thank you again for sticking with me. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thanks to those who joined the live chat. It's just been an awesome week, and yeah, I'll see you again next week. Thank you.